Imagine a prince, born in a castle, who isn't just a figurehead, but a business tycoon, a political philosopher, and the architect of his nation's modern prosperity. This isn't a fairy tale. This is the real-life story of Prince Hans Adam II of Liechtenstein, one of the wealthiest and most fascinating monarchs in the world. How did he transform a tiny alpine principality into a global financial powerhouse? And what can his life teach us about wealth, power, and responsibility? Born in 1945, amidst the final months of World War II, Hans Adam grew up in Vaduz Castle, a fortress perched above his tiny realm. But his childhood wasn't just about royal privilege. He was raised alongside his siblings in a surprisingly grounded environment. His education was broad and international, starting with primary school in Vaduz, then on to prestigious secondary schools in Vienna and Switzerland. This global perspective was crucial. Instead of just learning the ropes of royalty, he pursued a degree in business and economics at the respected University of St. Gallen. But theory wasn't enough. Before taking on his princely duties, Hans Adam did something quite unusual for a future head of state. He took an internship at a bank in London. He was rolling up his sleeves, learning the world of finance from the inside out. This hands-on experience would prove to be the most valuable part of his education, laying the groundwork for a stunning financial turnaround. When his father, Prince Franz Joseph II, handed him the reins of the family's assets in the 1970s, the situation was far from ideal. The princely house, once immensely wealthy, had been forced to sell off many of its priceless art treasures to make ends meet. Their main asset was a small local bank in Liechtenstein. For many, this would have been a daunting challenge. For Hans Adam, it was an opportunity. Applying his business acumen and foresight, he began a radical transformation. He didn't just manage the bank, he reimagined it. That small local institution was rebranded and expanded, becoming what is now known as the LGT Group. He pushed it beyond Liechtenstein's borders, turning it into a premier, globally respected private banking and asset management group. This wasn't just about making money, it was about rebuilding the family's legacy. With the new wealth generated, he embarked on a mission to buy back the family's lost art, painstakingly restoring a world-class collection that had been scattered for decades. He was a prince who became a CEO to save his family's heritage. In 1989, upon his father's passing, Hans Adam officially became the reigning prince of Liechtenstein, but he had been its de facto leader for years. Now, as head of state, he applied the same visionary approach to his country as he had to his family's finances. He understood that for a microstate like Liechtenstein to survive and thrive in the modern world, it couldn't remain isolated. Under his leadership, Liechtenstein took its place on the world stage, joining the United Nations in 1990 and later the European Economic Area. These moves were critical, ensuring the country's economic integration and political sovereignty. His leadership style has been unique. While he is a monarch, he is also a deep political thinker. In 2003, a national referendum was held, and the people of Liechtenstein voted to grant him more constitutional powers. It was a remarkable vote of confidence in his leadership. This wasn't a power grab, it was a reflection of the trust he had earned by leading the country to unprecedented prosperity. He believes deeply in the efficiency of a strong yet benevolent state that can act decisively. However, just a year later, in 2004, he did something that showed his true character. At the height of his power, he began the process of delegating the day-to-day responsibilities of government to his eldest son, hereditary Prince Alois. This was not an abdication, but a masterstroke of succession planning. It ensured a smooth, stable transition of power, allowing his son to gain experience while he could still offer guidance. It demonstrated incredible foresight and a lack of personal ego, prioritizing the long-term stability of the country over his own daily rule. Beyond his role as a ruler and businessman, Hans Adam is a philosopher. He channeled his political ideas into a book titled The State in the Third Millennium. In it, he argues for a reimagined form of governance, where the state acts more like a service company, competing for citizens by offering them the best possible conditions. He champions the principles of sovereignty, direct democracy, and the rule of law, not as abstract ideals, but as practical tools for creating a just and prosperous society. His writings offer a fascinating glimpse into the mind of a monarch who thinks like a startup founder. Now, let's talk about the wealth. Prince Hans Adam's personal net worth is estimated in the billions, making him Europe's wealthiest monarch. But here's where his story takes another important turn. He didn't hoard this wealth for himself. A significant portion of the family's assets, including castles, forests, priceless art, and LGT Group itself, is held within the Prince of Liechtenstein Foundation. This structure ensures that the wealth is not just a personal fortune, but a legacy for the future. The foundation's purpose is to cover the expenses of the princely house and, crucially, to preserve these incredible cultural assets for generations to come. His investment strategy is equally smart and diversified. It's not just about stocks and bonds. The family's portfolio includes vast tracts of agricultural land and forests in Austria, renowned wineries, and prime real estate. It's a strategy built on tangible, long-term assets, reflecting a mindset focused on stability and sustainability. This sense of responsibility extends to his philanthropy. He has been a longtime supporter of institutions like the Liechtenstein Institute on Self-Determination at Princeton University. Fostering dialogue on global issues through LGT Group, he has also championed ethical investing and social enterprises, proving that finance can be a force for good. He understands that great wealth comes with great responsibility. Navigating the role of a modern monarch is a delicate balancing act. While he possesses significant constitutional powers, Prince Hansadam has always respected Liechtenstein's democratic structures, working in partnership with its government and its people. His decision to pass the operational torch to his son is perhaps the greatest testament to his humility and long-term vision. His personal character reflects his global mindset. Fluent in German, English, and French, he is comfortable on the world stage. His deep and genuine appreciation for art and culture is evident not just in his collections, but in his commitment to their preservation. The story of Prince Hansadam II is far more than a tale of royal privilege. It is a powerful lesson in leadership. It's about a man who inherited a title and a challenge, and through intelligence, hard work, and a profound sense of duty. He didn't just preserve his legacy, he rebuilt it, expanded it, and secured it for the future. His life offers an inspiring model for how to blend tradition with modern business sense and power with humility. It sends a clear message. Privilege is not an endpoint. It is a starting point for responsibility. Wealth can be more than just a number. It can be a powerful tool for preserving culture, ensuring stability, and creating a better future. If you found this story as fascinating as I did, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more deep dives into the lives of the world's most interesting figures. See you in the next video. Thanks so much for watching.